Hello, my name is Tim Simmons, and my company name is Mobile Inspection Services. Thank you for stopping by my website and giving me the opportunity to introduce myself and explain in a bit some detail what we do and how it can help you. When you're looking to purchase a used car, we all know that it can be a risky thing. You don't know what problems you're getting with the vehicle. And in many instances, unfortunately, the seller will do their very best to cover up any known existing problems. Um, I've gained a lot of experience over the last 25 years dealing with used car sales. I've worked at several new car dealerships, uh, several used car dealerships. I've managed quite a few service departments. I'm a technician by trade and have a huge amount of experience. And the experience that I have is not only in the technical area about the vehicle, but it's also in the understanding of what to look for and where to look for problems on a car that you're interested in buying. Uh, Nowadays, it's so significant to properly check a vehicle. With all the computers and electronic controls and modules that exist in cars now, and going back to the mid 90s, there's so many potential problems, and very few of these problems are inexpensive to repair. So it just makes sense to have a professional check a vehicle as thoroughly as possible before you purchase it. Now, the problem with that has been, and I'm speaking from experience, it's generally hard to get the vehicle that you want to buy to a mechanic um, for obvious reasons. Uh, I've had in my shops, including the shop that I owned, I've had so many of my customers ask if I could go look at a vehicle. They're unable to bring it to me, and that's hard. That's hard for a working individual to stop what they're doing, leave the shop for 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it may be. It's very difficult to do. On the other hand, the other option has always been to have the seller bring the vehicle to the shop so it can be inspected. Sometimes that works. Sometimes the seller is willing to do that, but there's some downfalls about having it done that way. And what I mean by that, and I might as well jump right into that. Um, when you want to inspect a vehicle, you want to inspect it after the car has sat overnight. Um, to test a car that's already warmed up is absolutely not the right way to do it. Absolutely not. There are problems that can exist only when the car is cold. Vice versa, there are problems that can exist only when the car is warm. So you really need to arrange to have the vehicle inspected when it's cold, preferably after it's sat overnight and hasn't been run at all for the day. And it's not easy to do, and by no means is there any perfect, ideal, 100% way of testing a car, making sure there are no problems. But the more that you can do, the more that you understand, the better chance you have at having a minimal amount of problems. The the inspections that we do are actually three different inspections. There's three options that we offer. One being mechanical, another being electrical, and the third being both, which is most popular. I offer these because some people are comfortable checking the mechanical aspects of a vehicle. Some people are comfortable checking the oil level, the transmission fluid level, the tires, the brakes, so on and so forth. Um, Very few people have the equipment, however, or the knowledge and training, excuse me, to check the electrical components, the computers, the modules that exist these days in vehicles. I would say since the mid 90s, there's been a ever-growing increase in the amount of computer-controlled components in a vehicle. And of course, airbags have come out, anti-lock brakes have come out, and so on and so forth. So I don't want to drag on too long with this introduction, but the key points are we are able to come to you. We have the equipment, which is tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment you need nowadays to properly test a vehicle. We have the experience, and we have a unique knowledge, unique experience, having worked with used car dealers, used car salespeople, which has exposed us to unorthodox practices. And the seller will some sellers, some are very honest, obviously others are not, but some sellers will go to unbelievable lengths to cover up any existing problems. And a quick, for instance, on that would be a check engine light situation. Now, check engine lights, most people know. If the light is on, it's an indication of a problem. Check engine light is specific to engine control. Check engine lights are not connected directly with transmission controls or audio controls or climate controls or on and on and on. Check engine light, if the light is on, one can purchase for $20, $30 a code reader, which is a little handheld device that you can plug in, and you may have seen commercials on TV about insurance where you can plug in a reader. Anyway, it's that sort of thing. For under $50, you can buy this tool that you can plug in and erase the codes that are in the computer, thereby turning off the check engine light. The light will stay off until the computer reruns the test that caused the failure to occur, that caused the check engine light to come back on. Computers do not continuously run every test that can cause a check engine light to come on. So if you were to clear a check engine light today, you could drive the car for a week, hundreds of miles, still having the same problem, still having the same failure, and not having fixed anything. You could drive for a week or even more before the check engine light will come back on. So that's one thing that sellers do. They clear the computer. If they have a situation, and I've seen this firsthand, where clearing the computer turns off the check engine light momentarily, but the type of failure causes the check engine light to come right back on. I've seen people take the speedometer or the instrument cluster out of the vehicle and remove the bulb that illuminates the check engine warning light. So just a little bit of information there. The key is we can look at many things, and a lot of it is explained in detail on the website, and some of the other videos that you can look at will go into much more detail, as much as you would like to get into. So I'd like to wrap up this introduction, and thank you once again for joining me, and I hope to hear from you. Thank you.